The fullness of the time. Solomon was right. There is a time for every season and purpose under the sun. In Galatians, Paul writes to them, warning them about falling back under the law, and about going back to the elemental things of the world for their justification and for their glorification. He tells them that when they were, even though that they were heirs, as long as they're children, they did not differ at all from a slave. Because they had no control over anything. They had not received the blessings or the privileges yet. But in that time, they were under guardians and stewards until that time that was appointed by the Father, not the Father in heaven, but their natural fathers, when they would receive their inheritance. And Paul says, but when the fullness of the time had come. About 2,000 years ago, the fullness of time had come. It was a different time from any other. The world was different than it had ever been before. The word fullness is used primarily in the language of that day to refer to a ship that was filled. That is, it was ready to sail. It was completely manned. You had the sailors, the rowers, the soldiers. Everything was ready for that ship to set sail. And in that time when Jesus was born and laid in the manger, it was time not for a Roman galleon to set sail, but for the gospel ship to set sail. So that it could sail not just around the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, or any parts like that, but it could sail into the whole world. And bring the message with it that Jesus saves, Jesus saves, Jesus saves.